Hi, my name is Marie. I'm a video creator from Germany, based in London, and I'm kind of obsessed with food. I'm always trying new recipes and ingredients. I even started baking my own sourdough bread, and I grow a bunch of vegetables on my balcony. There's never gonna be enough to make an actual meal, but I'm still pretty proud of my tomatoes. The thing I've always loved most about food is sharing it with friends. Having a bunch of people around a table, drinks, great food, and good conversation. But it's 2020, and we all had to find new ways to stay in touch without being physically together. So I thought, why not take cooking online? I'm gonna text a buddy of mine, ask them for a dish they'd like to make. I come up with a tasty recipe, hop on a video call, and we get cooking. Welcome to Creative Kitchen. First up is my friend Anna. She lives in Porto. She's a papaya-loving vegan and a creative mastermind, and one of the kindest human beings I know. Imagine actual sunshine, but as a person, that's Anna. So I'm gonna call her, and we're gonna make some delicious pad thai.
There we go. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
What's up? Good. How are you?
Good, good.
Pad thai is one of my favorite dishes. So as soon as you told me, let's cook something together, that was the first thing that popped into my head because I always love pad thai, but I don't know how to make it. So if I can learn to make this right now, I'll be grateful to you for life.
We'll get you there, no problem. I think by the end, you're gonna be a pro. The first thing we're actually gonna do before we get chopping is we're gonna get some warm water. We're gonna throw our noodles into the water. We just kind of want them to soften up again when we're throwing them in the pan with everything else and we're mixing it through. They'll cook with everything in the pan. I'm gonna put this to the side. So we're gonna take our cube of tofu, cut them in slices first, and then go into strips. And then we're just gonna cube this up. We're gonna move on to the veggies. Let's start with the carrots. Take the full carrot, cut it in half. Cut the halves in half as well. Chop them sort of in fine strips.
Okay. If there is one thing that I remember from hanging out with you back in London and from the times when you were cooking, it's your chopping skills.
This knife should not be readily available for people in a store because it's a weapon.
I'm gonna show you the two best ones.
Okay. I mean, that's perfect. That's what we're looking for. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna grab our bell pepper. I'm gonna show you how to very quickly de-seed your bell pepper. Bell pepper, face down, and then we're gonna, do you see where the, I wanna call them the cheeks, where the cheeks kind of come out? And we're gonna just take it from there and run our knife along the side and all the way down and sort of cut around the core there. And you do that for all four sides. You'll end up with just this perfectly cut out core. Do you eat out a lot or do you cook most of your meals?
I love cooking. I think because when you cook, you can make exactly what you feel your body needs.
Half of a red onion, and we're gonna peel just the layers that are too tough. We're gonna peel those back. I'm gonna take off a little bit off the top here, and then I'm gonna take the end off as well.
Look, it was actually good because I realized that I had been cutting my head off the whole time, so.
And then we just have our spring onions. All right, so I'm left with just a plate full of really nicely thin chopped vegetables that we're gonna be working with. So we're gonna take our ginger and we're just gonna peel it with a spoon. Just scrape the skin off. It's very easy to peel.
Yeah, this works great. I've never tried it.
With a peeler, you tend to take off big chunks of the ginger. With a spoon, you're really just taking off the skin and leave the nice piece of ginger all intact.
Where do you learn this stuff? Like,
listen, I watch too many cooking videos. It's gotten way out of control. By the way, if you have a grater, something that you would usually grate, no, you're a vegan.
Yeah, okay, I'll grab mine. I have one.
You grab that, you do that. I'm gonna do the thinly chopped version. And now we're gonna just run our knife through it. put that to the side, and we're gonna grab our garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and thinly slice it, cut little lines in it. That's just gonna help me in the long run, and then one through the center. And now we're gonna move on to the sauce. We're gonna do two variations. Because Anna couldn't find tamarind paste, which is traditional in a pad thai sauce, we're gonna take some dates, soak them for 30 minutes to an hour in some water, and then we're gonna blitz them up with some lime juice, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. That's what I'm gonna start with here. A tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. Add that. We've got some spices here that I really like. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon, little less, of smoked paprika, some chili flakes. I'm gonna say half a teaspoon of chili flakes. If you don't love spice, like you, madame, I would maybe do a little less.
I think I'll do 3 chili flakes.
Whatever you feel comfortable with. That's
Ta-da! Yeah, that's good for me.
This isn't hot ones. We're not trying to, set you on fire. I'm actually gonna add some cayenne pepper as well. Do not do this if you don't like spicy. You're gonna blitz up some dates. Just get rid of the water, put them in a little blender, or I think you have one of those blending sticks, which works totally fine. And then we're gonna add some lime juice. It's gonna help with the blending as well. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of tamarind paste. And now I'm just gonna add a little bit of brown sugar to it. 2 teaspoons. We just want a little bit of sweetness to this sauce. Quick taste.
Yep, now it's perfect.
You add your paste to your sauce as well.
This is looking and smelling great already. I think the pad thai is gonna taste so good. Can't wait.
The last thing I'm gonna do is just a little bit of sriracha that goes in for a little added heat. Welcome to my stove. I've got a nice big wok. You might not, that's totally fine. A pan works.
I think the best I have is this.
That is absolutely perfect, yeah. We're gonna turn our stove on. I'm working with an open flame, which if you know me is probably not a good idea. Anna, you've got some vegetable oil. I just have some coconut oil. I'm gonna go in with like a chunk, like a tablespoon. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna fry off our tofu. Nice sizzle. And you just wanna make sure that every piece has enough space that they're not on top of each other, so they all have a side that is kind of browning.
I have a bit of a problem, I'll show you.
Okay, what's the problem?
This pan is really crap, and so the tofu is great, but at the bottom, it
sticks. What you can do is just add a little bit of the sauce, just maybe a tablespoon, because it helps sort of glaze everything. I don't know how yours is looking, but mine has like a nice color to it.
Yeah, me too.
And that's kind of what we're looking for. And we're gonna give this like maybe another minute. We're gonna take our tofu and just move it to a little bowl.
I'll just need to wash my pan.
Yeah, scrape that off. We're gonna go in with our veggies. Red bell pepper, red onion, and my carrots, and a little bit of the green onion as well. Give that a little toss. So they soften just a little bit. To this, we're gonna add our garlic and our ginger in a minute. And then we're just gonna add our noodles. I would say like, I'm gonna go in with a good handful. And then we're gonna really mix this through. And we're gonna add our sauce. Just all the rest of the sauce goes in there. I'm gonna throw in my garlic and ginger and crank up the heat. We're gonna go in with our tofu as well. So you'll see your noodles will soften in an instant.
I was looking at them in there and they were a bit stiff. Right now they're already looking like they could be eaten.
Because they've soaked up all that water, As soon as they go in the pan and you add some heat to it, they actually cook really quickly. So you have to kind of be careful and make sure not to overcook them as well. How are you looking? Because I think I'm done.
Like
Give them a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a bunch of the noodles and grab some of the tofu. That tofu is nice and caramelized. This is also a super easy thing to make for just a big group of friends. Okay, the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some toppings. I, for one, love a bit of cilantro.
I love cilantro.
But
do you chop it or just break it with your hands?
no, I just roughly tear it up. We left some of the green onion, so I'm gonna just add a couple green onion slices on top as well. Every good pad thai has 3 things on the side. Peanuts, a slice of lime, and some chili flakes. There we have it. We've made pad thai. Anna, your first ever homemade.
I'm so proud. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
I mean, it is so good. Good kick to it. Yours probably doesn't, which is totally fine.
I'm gonna be making this for everyone.
I'm glad we got to do this. We're actually gonna go and sit down and have a meal together now, which I'm not gonna film. You don't get to see that, you know? I leave it up to your imagination. No, I don't. I don't want that. Enjoy your food, and I'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers! Uh-oh. Thank you guys so much for watching. This project was actually made possible by the Adobe Creative Residency Fund. If you want to find out more about it, there are going to be a couple links in the description. Check it out, apply with your own project, and I'll see you guys very soon.